So as everybody knows, we just came out of a really, really strong seller's market. To give you an idea of how strong it really was, if you look at 2015 through 2018, that was considered a really strong seller's market. And we saw home prices in that 4-year period rise, 12.5%, maybe 13%. If you compare that to 2019 to 2022, that price increase for those 4 years was 34.5%, 35%. Just absolutely insane. Like, I'm not going to see that again in my career. I don't know if that's ever really happened before, and most of it happened in like the last 2 years.
Is it still a strong seller's market? What's been happening now?
So it's still a strong seller's market. Everything sort of shifted and changed by the end of June to the beginning of July of 2022. Interest rates rose, and they rose very quickly. So we went from this level of insanity that was happening for 6 months to a year, where you were getting 80, 100 people showing up to an open house, and you were getting 20, 30 offers on a house. Interest rates rose 2% overnight, and you started seeing the buyers pull back. So we weren't getting 80 people showing up to an open house. You were getting 10, 20. You were getting one offer, two offers. So everything just sort of slowed down, cooled off a little, and stabilized.
Yeah, and before that, I think you had a few cases of buyers bidding $100,000, maybe even more over asking, and not even getting the house with that kind of an offer.
Yeah, prior to the end of June, I think it was in like April or May of 2022, I had a client in Newburyport. We were $150,000 down. He waived home inspection, appraisal, mortgage contingency.
Never a good idea.
Yeah,
anyway.
Just waiving everything, caution to the wind. And we were told we weren't even in the ballpark at $150,000 over. We missed by a mile.
Is it still a good seller's market though?
No, so it is. It is still a good seller's market. It's stabilized. In our market, at least around here, we haven't seen any price drops or significant price drops. Everything is, what's the best way to put it? Calm.
Leveled off.
Leveled off, yeah. So you're listing for 800, you're selling for around 800. You're not selling in 15 minutes. You're not listing on Thursday, getting multiple offers on Friday, and going 100,000 over on Saturday. But you're seeing what would be more normal.
Mm-hmm.
List on Thursday, open house on Sunday, maybe another open house the following Sunday. You get 20, 30 people look at the house, and you get one offer, two offers, or, heaven forbid, a small price reduction.
So it sounds like it's still a really good seller's market, but what about the buyers? Is this a good time to buy?
Yeah, so it's good for buyers and sellers right now. There's, I don't think there's a real advantage to either one. The buyers obviously are paying a higher interest rate, so the guy who was looking at $900,000 is looking at $800,000. The guy who was looking at $400,000 is looking at $300,000. But he's got stability. He knows when he goes to look at the house, if he likes it, he's going to be one of one offers or two offers. He's not going to be up against 40 people. So as the buyer, he's got confidence in what he's looking at. Mm-hmm. And the seller is happy too. Like, they're still moving houses.
But as far as the sellers go, wouldn't it be a really good thing for sellers for the crazy market to continue, where they are getting, 80 offers, $100,000 over asking? Wouldn't they be happier with that kind of a market? Yeah,
sure, if you're just the seller. So if you're just selling the house and never buying anything, that'd be great. But when you sell your house, you still have to go live somewhere. So the vast majority of sellers, they sell their house and they purchase another house. So you're getting 80 offers and you're selling your house in May of this last year. The next day, you're the buyer and you're one of 80 offers. So a lot of people were afraid to sell their house because they didn't want to get into that competitive, highly competitive market.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like a more stable market for both buyers and sellers.
Yeah, we're trending towards what we call like a neutral market. Not a buyer's market, not a seller's market, but a nice, healthy, neutral market.
What about interest rates? What are experts saying about interest rates? Are they expected to go up, go down?
So it's all projection. It's, I don't want to call it guessing, but they're estimating more than an educated guess. Like they are working off statistics, but they're saying that they expect interest rates to drop. Not much. I mean, we're right now. I think today I saw 6.125. I think was the rate I saw.
Best case scenario.
Best case scenario. That's
20%
down. High
credit
score 740, 750. You got cash reserves. Best case scenario. they're hoping to see those rates to be 5% in a few months. But it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Sounds good. I think that's a wrap for today's topic.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.